Alright, here we go. Here are my 2024 goals that I want to try and achieve this year in my running. So we're going to start off with the accountability sections. This is a section that's hopefully going to keep me motivated all year round in order to keep going out there and keep running and just getting on with it, really, training for anything or just generally running, because I'm not actually sure I've got any big races that I want to do this year. So in terms of accountability, I want to run 20 park runs again. I had this goal last year. I did it. I actually did quite a lot more than 20, but we're going to keep it at 20 as a baseline because I know my work is going to get quite a bit busy in the middle of the year. And I kind of want that little bit of flexibility in my goal in order to drop a few Saturdays just in case I feel like I'm too busy with work or things like that. And yeah, if you haven't been to parkrun before, do go and check it out if you feel like you need a group in order to run. It is quite nice to have this set time where loads of people are running the same course. You don't even have to go fast, you can walk it if you want, and then if you don't want to do 5k and you're a junior, you can head over to a junior parkrun on a Sunday, which is a 2k course if you've got one in your area. Not every area has a regular one and a junior one, so check it out, have a look at their website, see what there is. It's free as well, and you get the time, and it's just the vibes, really. Right, the second thing that's going to keep me running all year round is my goal of doing 40 club runs. So my club meet up on a Wednesday evening, and if we roughly do about an hour of running, so about 10k for the group that I run with. Sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less, but about 10k is the average that I do. If I run over there and run back, it's 15k, but I just want to be able to do 40 club runs. So this is quite high because I actually really don't have any excuse not to go on a Wednesday evening, you know. It's middle of the week, there's not much going on in the evening, and I just need to get my butt down there. I have already missed club at least once this year, so we're gonna try and up that. I think last year it ended up I was roughly there once every other week, so we're trying to push that up just a little bit more, because I know I really do improve when I'm running either with a slightly faster group or just with other people, because you end up doing more running if you actually turn up. It's quite hard. I find it quite hard to do like about the 10k distance on my own, so having other people there improves it, and I'm going to be more reliable and more accountable at doing it because I'm going to need to make up. Linking in with my club goal then, I've also keeping my goal of last year of leading the club 12 times in the year, so that's roughly once a month. Again, I'm not in charge of the schedule, so I don't know if I actually will be, and I do find that when I'm really lacking in motivation, if I'm leading that week at club, you know, I will be there. Like the only time that I won't be there is if I'm really ill, and then I will like try and get someone else to cover me. But it just adds that little bit more of accountability because people are relying on you, people are expecting you to turn up, so you need to be there. So 12 times leading, those will also count towards my runs at club, so that is already about a quarter of them done if I manage to do 12. I've done one already this year, that's one ticked off. So yeah, more accountability stuff then, and that is for this channel. So my goal is to publish 35 videos this year. I don't know if I'll make it, hopefully I will. I've got quite a few already like thought in and scheduled in, and my ideas list. But if you enjoy this channel, do think about liking the video or subscribing, or just sending a comment about what you think I should make videos on. Obviously we're running based, so if you don't like channels where, you know, someone's running, you probably not gonna like this channel. So that's my goal, 35 running videos, and we're gonna make it. That will mean a few weeks off every so often. Hopefully I'll stay consistent and you'll get a video up, right? Even if it's just me chatting like this. Okay, I don't know if anyone minds. Running related stuff can happen when you're not actually running as well, but I do prefer the ones outside just because it's a little bit prettier, isn't it, than just, you know, looking at a wall. Right then, distance goals are a little bit different because these are goals that I'm going to set over. I've got one for the whole year and one for each month as well, and these are like, don't really mind when I hit them. I didn't quite get these distances last year, so it would be a stretch goal if I do get them, which is what we want. We want to go a little bit further because there was a few months where I wasn't really doing that much running last year. So what I'd really like to do is run 1,200 kilometers this year, and that is by running 100k a month. So I want to be consistent. I don't want a dippy distance graph because it's rubbish. You feel like you're really good and then suddenly you're like, oh, I don't want to. I want to stay consistent the whole year round. So I'm going to try and get 100k every single month, as opposed to some months being like 10k, some months being like 130k. I'm going to keep it around 100 for the whole year, hopefully. I know it will waver a little bit as training changes for different events, but that is the minimum. The minimum is 100k every single month, and I don't know if I'm on target, but we will see. When January ends, we'll be able to tell how I've done for January and whether it's going to work or not. That's one goal split into two, because if I do 100k every single month, I'm going to really easily hit that 1,200k for the year. And that is just my distance goal. I think it was 1,100 roughly last year, so it's a little bit of an increase, but not too much, and it should be doable. I've done it before. Moving on to speed goals. I don't particularly have any lofty goals of getting speedier this year. I tried last year and it didn't really work, so I think if I maybe don't focus on that, that's going to help me. It might not. It might pan out that actually by not focusing on speed at all, I don't get faster at all, but we'll see. So my goal is to run at least 15 sub 25 5Ks. So these are not races. These are just training runs or park runs, or they could be a race as well. 15 sub 25 5Ks, because sometimes I get a little bit lazy and I don't really try to push that speed. So I think if I can get at least 15 under sub 25, we'll at least have some kind of tempo run building up, even if it's a short one, and that should help push speed just a little bit. Not too much though, because 25 is for a 5k is kind of like a mid pace for me. It's not quite pushing it, it's not quite going really slow. I've got to be aware of it, but I don't have to consistently be thinking, especially at parkrun when you've got other runners around you. It's so easy to get caught up in what they're doing. You just stop thinking about what time you're doing. Suddenly you cross the finish line in 24 minutes. So that is my goal, is just 15 sub 25 5Ks. Then going along with that, I thought, well, why not just throw in a goal that may not even happen, and why not just think, hey, can I run a 5k PB? So I've put that with a big question mark around it. We'll see. I think 22:51. Hang on a second. That's my parkrun PB. I think it's 21:38 is the time to beat for a 5k. So it's quite speedy. It might not happen again, but hopefully it will. There's the race that I got that in last year is going ahead this year as well. So we'll see if the weather's right and if it all kind of coincides together for me to do that again. I don't know if it will. But you can only try in this running life, can't you? You know, if you never kind of look to go faster or push yourself that little bit further, you're never going to be able to do it. Just with anything, you know, if you always think you're not capable and you don't try, you never know if you could, and you'll never be able to adapt in order to be able to do it. So we might try at some point this year a 5k PB. And the final section is all about that non-running stuff that helps with the running stuff. And I'm setting these goals fairly similar to last year, and that is at least one strength session a week and one stretching session a week. So my strength session is basically just body weights. I've put down that I'm going to do it on a Tuesday morning and just get over with. Basically wake up, do it, have breakfast, then it's done for the week. And then a stretching session kind of at the end of the week, yoga-y kind of style, just working on some mobility and some good stretches to reset for the next week, and just make sure that I've got some stretching going through me. I do quite a lot with my job, but you know, sometimes you have to focus on yourself sometimes instead of other people. So that is my stretching session. Sunday evening is when I hope to do it, although sometimes Sundays, you know, you just want to flop. So yeah, that is 10 running goals that I want to achieve this year. If you've got any, pop them down below in the comments and I'd love to see them. I love it when you guys comment. So yeah, let's see what 2024 has in store for us. Happy running, everyone.